Dear members, very good morning to all of you. My name is Deepika Bhandiwar, Company Secretary, and welcome you all to the company's 59th Annual General Meeting. This Annual General Meeting is being held through video conferencing in accordance with the circulars and guidelines issued by MCA and SEBI. Now I request Chairman to commence the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. I understand the requisite quorum is present, and now I call the meeting to order and welcome you all to the 59th Annual General Meeting of BPL Limited. Dear shareholders, I wish to introduce you to the members of the board of BPL Limited in attendance at the AGM. Mrs. Anju Chandrasekhar, Non-Executive Director and also member of CSR and Stakeholder Relationship Committee. Mr. C.K. Sabarishan, Independent Director and also a member of Strategy and Project Review Committee, SPRC. It reviews and discusses the business operations and the new business initiatives of the company at regular intervals.
Namaskara, I'm taking this call from home.
Mr. Navroz Kama, Independent Director and Chairman of Audit Committee.
Namaskar, boss.
Mr. Sukumar Rangachari is a non-executive director participating in this meeting.
Namaskara, I am joining the meeting from Mysore.
Dr. Chandan Juneja, Independent Director and Chairman of Nomination and Remuneration Committee.
Namaskara, I'm attending the meeting from the office in Church Street.
In addition, we have in attendance Mr. T.L.M. Rangachar, Chief Finance Officer of the company, Mrs. Deepika, the Company Secretary, and Mr. Venkatram Bharadwaj, Business Head, and S.V. Ganesh present in the meeting. I also would like to inform you that Mr. P. Shivarajan, a practicing chartered accountant who is acting as scrutinizer for the e-voting, Mr. Madheshwar Acharya, Secretarial Auditor, and Manoj Kumar, UK, representing Messrs. MK UK and Associates, statutory auditors, are also present in the meeting.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Chairman to continue with his speech.
Dear shareholders, welcome to the 59th Annual General Meeting of BPL Limited. As we gather virtually once again, it is my pleasure and privilege to host you today. We appreciate your generous support, and on behalf of BPL Board of Directors, I thank you for taking out the time to join us. I am sure all of you have received and glanced through the annual report for the year 2022-23. We have detailed out the business performance and outlook of your company to help you gain a sense of future direction of the company. The year 2022-23 witnessed intense geopolitical and economic volatility. The smooth functioning of global supply chains have been disrupted by the ongoing Russia-Ukraine conflict. There has been a surge in inflation, especially in the developed markets. The global economic outlook for 2023 appears to be bleak, with the global GDP expected to grow only at 2.9%. The outlook for the Indian economy, however, remains positive. The estimated GDP growth of India is expected to be 6.1% in 23-24, with India continuing to be one of the fastest growing economies. The printed circuit board was also impacted by the volatility in the global environment, which affected the demand-supply balance, resulting in volatility in prices. However, India appears to be an exception in the global PCB arena, primarily owing to various steps taken by the government as part of the Make in India policies, especially in the field of electronics. India will be the focal point for many global electronic multinationals who are reducing their dependency on China and are looking at countries like India as a manufacturing base. The latest report by IMARC Group titled Indian PCB Market, Industry Trends, Share Size, Growth, Opportunity and Forecast 2023-28 offers a comprehensive analysis of the industry. The report also includes market analysis, competitor and regional analysis, and contemporary advancements in the market. The Indian PCB market size reached US $4.5 billion in 2022. Looking forward, the IMRC Group expects the market to reach US $11.8 billion by 2028, exhibiting a growth rate of 16.6% CAGR during 23-28. The printed circuit board is a crucial component used in the electronic devices as the foundation for electrical connections and mechanical support for various electronic components. It includes single-sided, double-sided, and multi-layered PCBs that are designed for specific applications. PCBs are widely used in consumer electronics, automobiles, communication systems, satellites, radars, medical devices, defense equipment, robotics, and industrial automation. The significant growth in the electronics industry is one of the factors providing a considerable boost in the market growth in India. Additionally, the growth adoption of digitalization, the Internet of Things, and smart devices are facilitating the demand for PCBs as they can accommodate complex circuitry and enable the integration of sensors, microcontrollers, wireless modules, and other electronic components. Other factors, including rapid industrialization activities, increasing investment in the development of advanced products, and the growing focus on renewable energy, are also anticipated to drive market growth. Let me turn your attention to the performance of your company. Your company has taken various strategic steps to transform into a cost-competitive, innovative, and future-ready enterprise. To facilitate this, new segments of growth, such as double-sided and multi-layer PCB, have been introduced, along with factory automation and lean manufacturing processes. Industry-specific certifications such as IATF 16949, a mandatory certification requirement to be a supplier to the automobile industry, and MACE, a specific certification to be eligible to supply to Maruti Suzuki. Also, an efficient ERP system to suit the PCB manufacturing process, designed to address the requirements of global multinationals who manufacture or assemble in India, have been implemented by your company. In the consumer electronics space, your company has partnered with Reliance Retail as per the license agreement. And during the year, BPL has been amongst the fastest growing brands in the Reliance digital portfolio. The sales of BPL products have been more than doubled in terms of the number of products sold compared to the previous years, helping the brand to re-establish itself as a dominant player in the Indian market. To make the review process more effective and add value to the various ongoing projects, your company reconstituted one of its committees, the Strategic Planning and Review Committee, SPRC, which meets every month to review the company's business and projects and guide the business in a manner to stay ahead in the competitive market. For the financial year 2022-23, your company posted a gross revenue of rupees 61.21 crores, and it has also been a turnaround year for the company, wherein it has registered a profit after tax of 5.71 crores. The board of directors of the company has also recommended rupees 0.001 per share to all the preference shareholders, and we will continue to work towards getting maximum value for our shareholders in the coming years. We consider corporate social responsibility not merely as an obligation, but as an integral part of the identity and purpose. Through our diverse and impactful CSR activities, we strive to make a positive difference in the lives of individuals, empower communities, and contribute to the sustainable development of society at large. The amount to be spent by the company towards CSR for the financial year 23-24 as per Section 135 of the Companies Act 2013 comes to 13.57 lakhs, against which 8.61 lakhs spent as per the CSR policy of your company has been achieved. The company has also plans to spend on major projects in the field of healthcare and rural development in the near future. Your company takes pride in constantly adopting and maintaining the highest standards of values and principles, as detailed support on compliance of the guidance on corporate governance as required by SEBI, LODR Regulations 2015, and the guidelines issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, which forms part of the board's report. The Indian electronics device market has witnessed high growth rates driven by rising disposable incomes and increasing urbanization levels in the country. PCBs find application in a large number of industries, which include electronic products, automotive, dashboard engine management system, power supplies, etc., medical, heart monitors, imaging probes, drug metering devices, defense, radar, armored car control and security, lighting, broadcasting, aerospace, etc. The advancements made in the PCB functionalities and manufacturing, along with the miniaturization of semiconductor devices, are expected to drive the demand for more complex PCBs with higher number of layers. The government of India is encouraging the manufacturing of PCBs in the country. It has launched many initiatives such as Make in India, Digital India, etc. Under these schemes, the government aims to encourage manufacturers to establish local plants in the country by easing the tax regime, reducing bureaucratic hurdles, etc. This is expected to bring in significant achievement in various end-use industries, automotive, electrical, etc., thereby creating a positive impact on the overall PCB demand. In line with the growing demand of high-end PCBs, your company has already moved up the PCB value chain from single-sided PCBs to double-sided and multi-layer PCBs. The state-of-the-art manufacturing facility is under construction and will soon be operational. This will provide access to a large new market opportunity for your company. BPL with Reliance Retail expects to continue to increase its footprint in the Indian market with an increased range of products and growing sales. On behalf of the company's board, I convey our deep sense of gratitude to all our board members for their constant guidance and support in our pursuit of maximizing long-term shareholder value, stakeholders, business associates, and the central and state governments for their constant support. The commitment of all our employees to the growth of your company is invaluable. My speech would not be complete without thanking you all, our shareholders, for the immense confidence you have reposed in the company. I look forward to your support in the years to come. I once again thank you all for attending this annual general meeting of your company. Thank you. I request the company secretary to read out the notice, director's report, auditor's report, secretarial audit report, and the explanations, comments given thereupon by the board of directors in its report to the shareholders.
Thank you, sir. The notice of 59th annual general meeting, along with the copies of audited financial statement for the year 31st March 2023, together with the directors, auditors report, secretarial audit report, and explanation comments given thereupon by the board of directors in its report were sent to the members, auditors, and all directors. These documents have also been made available on the company's website. Considering that these have been made available to the shareholders, the notice and reports may be taken as read. To summarize the auditor's reports, here are the explanation to the qualification, adverse remarks of the auditors regarding non-filing of annual performance report with the RBI. The company is in the process of closure of this joint venture. The company has not redeemed the preference shares amounting to rupees 16,958.68 lakhs. The preference shares have become due as per the terms on which they were issued, and it can be redeemed only out of the profits that are otherwise available for the dividend or through fresh issue. Though the company has earned profit, it is inadequate for the said redemption. The company is exploring a possible methods for redemption of preference shares at an early date, and it is in the discussion with the holders. The company has not contributed sum of rupees 216.12 lakhs towards the gratuity fund. Due to positive funds, the company was unable to make a contribution towards the gratuity fund. The company has made a contribution of rupees 90 lakhs till date, and accordingly 126.12 lakhs is now pending for contribution. The company is, however, meeting its obligation for settling the gratuity payments whenever there is a due. Going concern issue with BPL Power Projects Private Limited. BPL Power Projects Private Limited is one of the subsidiaries of the company. The company has underlying assets which are available to the company, and it is yet to commence the commercial operations. Hence, the management is exploring the commencement of alternative commercial operation, and hence is of the view that this company is going concern. I request Chairman to proceed with the agenda items listed for this meeting today. Thank you.
The first item on the agenda concerns the adoption of standalone and consolidated audited financial statements for the year ended 31st March 2023 and the report of the directors and auditors thereon. The said documents have been with you for some time, and with your permission, I will take the same as read. I now move the following resolution in respect to item 1 of the notice. Resolved that the company do hereby adopt the standalone and consolidated audited financial statements for the year ended 31st March 2023, along with reports of the board and auditors thereon. Item 2, to declare dividend of rupees 0.001 per share on the preference shares. The board has recommended dividend on preference shares as stipulated in the scheme of arrangement approved by the Honorable High Court of Kerala, Cochin. I request Mr. Sabrishan to move the following resolution in this regard.
Thank you, Chairman. I am Sabrishan. I move the following resolution. Resolved that declaration of a dividend of rupees 0.001 per share on the preference shares of the company be and is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Sabrishan. Item number 3 is about the re-election of Mrs. Anju Chandrasekhar, who retires by rotation and being eligible offers herself for reappointment as a director of the company. I request Mr. Navroz J. Kamar to move the following resolution in this regard.
Thank you. I propose that we resolve that pursuant to the provisions of Section 152 and any other applicable provisions of the Companies Act 2013 and the company's appointment and qualification of directors rules 2014, including any statutory modifications or reenactments thereof for the time being in force. I propose that Mrs. Anju Chandrasekhar, DIN 00228746, Director, who retires by rotation and being eligible, be and is hereby appointed as Director of the company, who is liable to retire by rotation.
Thank you, Mr. Navroz. I now request Company Secretary to brief the speakers regarding procedure of participation in this meeting.
Thank you, sir. Before I hand over to the moderator, allow me the following announcements with a particular emphasis on the modalities that will be adopted for the interactive sessions. The interactive sessions will be anchored by the moderator, Mr. Shiva. Mr. Shiva will invite the pre-registered speaker shareholders who had registered themselves with the company prior to the meeting to express their views, raise queries, if any. Members are requested to unmute their microphones before speaking and also enable their webcam if they wish to appear on the video, and restrict their interaction to the 2 minutes so that all the speakers may get an opportunity to share their views, please. It may be noted that the company reserves the right to limit the number of members seeking an interaction depending on the availability of the time. Chairman will request the business head and the management team to respond to the queries of the shareholders who have put forth their queries. I now request a moderator, Mr. Shiva, to commence the interaction session. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Chairman, sir. Myself, Shiva, I will be the moderator of the session. So we have the registered speakers. I will call one by one. The first speaker is Mr. Praful Chawda. Chawda. Mr. Praful, sir, you are unmuted.
हेलो मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
Yes, sir, you are audible. You can start your video and can speak, sir.
चेयरमैन सर, बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स, मेरे साथी शोल्डर्स, हैदराबाद से बात कर रहा हूँ। मेरा नाम प्रफुल चावड़ा है। दोस्तों, आपका एजीएम रिपोर्ट के बारे में बताना चाहता हूँ कि मैं कम से कम 1000 कंपनी का शेयरहोल्डर हूँ, पर आपका एजीएम रिपोर्ट में खास पेज यूज किया गया है, व्हाइट पेज के बदले ब्लू पेज। तो कुछ नया करने का आपने सोचा और नया किया है, तो सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट को धन्यवाद देता हूँ। साथ में ये भी कहता हूँ कि सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट ने 2-3 बार फोन करके बात भी किया और मेरे को कोऑपरेट करके कैसा मीटिंग अटेंड करना भी बताया। धन्यवाद सर। आपने एजीएम चेयरमैन स्पीच में पीएस बी के बारे में बताया है, इसके बारे में और कुछ बताएंगे कि इससे कंपनी को गवर्नमेंट से कितना बेनिफिट होने वाला है, कंपनी बेनिफिट कितना ले सकती है गवर्नमेंट से, इसके बारे में बताएंगे सर। पेज नंबर 22 पे बीपीएल टेलीकॉम इलेक्ट्रॉनिक रिसर्च प्राइवेट लिमिटेड बीपीएल मेटल, तो अपने रिलायंस से कुछ टाई अप हुआ है। कंपनी सेक्रेटरी मैडम से बात किया तो बोले प्रोडक्ट्स के कुछ फोटोग्राफ नहीं दिया है, तो प्रोडक्ट्स का फोटोग्राफ तो मेरे दिमाग में बात आ रही है कि प्रोडक्ट्स अपने कितने को बेचे, किससे भी एग्रीमेंट करे, और अपने क्या बनाते हो तो देखना चाहिए, उनको समझ में चाहिए। तो नेक्स्ट फ्यूचर में एजीएम रिपोर्ट में जितना प्रोडक्ट्स है अपनी कंपनी का या अपने सब्सिडियरी कंपनी का प्रोडक्ट्स है, इसका फोटोग्राफ दिए तो कुछ ज़्यादा समझ में आएगा। और रिलायंस के साथ एग्रीमेंट हुआ तो क्या क्या आइटम बेचने का एग्रीमेंट हुआ है, और जो एग्रीमेंट हुआ तो खाली रिलायंस में मिलेगा या पूरे इंडिया में कोई भी शॉप में अपना प्रोडक्ट मिलेगा या नहीं मिलेगा, इसके बारे में जानकारी देंगे। इसके अलावा सर जो प्रोडक्ट्स है डायरेक्ट शेयर होल्डर को आप बेच सकते हैं नहीं बेच सकते, ऑनलाइन बेच सकते हैं या नहीं बेच सकते, इसके बारे में जानकारी देंगे। थोड़ा कंफ्यूजन है कि अपना प्रोडक्ट का जो ब्रांड नेम है वो रिलायंस यूज करेगा और दूसरी जगह पे जॉब वर्क करा के भी काम कर सकता है, तो क्या अपना ब्रांड नेम यूज करेगा, इसके बारे में भी बताएंगे। कि बोले तो रिलायंस है कुछ भी कर सकता है, भगवान कुछ नहीं कर सकता है पर रिलायंस कुछ भी कर सकता है, उसका एग्रीमेंट में ऐसे ऐसे सेक्शन मार देते हैं। इसका मैं एक एग्जांपल दूंगा, 1 मिनट ज़्यादा लूंगा। जामनगर जब यूनिट बनाते थे तो वहाँ मकानों की छत परेशानी हो गई, पूरे एम्प्लॉयज को मकान चाहिए था, तो जो मकान का किराया 5000 था, इसका 20,000 का एग्रीमेंट किया और 5000 रुपीज रेंट, 50,000 रुपीज अरेंजमेंट के सर्विस के। 1 महीने के बाद सर्विस कैंसिल करके 5000 पे आ गए। यानी कि रिलायंस कुछ भी गलत काम करने को पीछे नहीं हटता है। पेट्रोल पंप में भी ऐसे किया, रोडों पे जमीन का कब्जा कर लिया, पेट्रोल पंप बंद हो गए। तो रिलायंस है तो इसके साथ समझौती करने में एक एक वर्ष का भी देखना पड़ेगा, नहीं देखे तो देख लो। तो मैं कंपनी को पूरा सपोर्ट करता हूँ। धन्यवाद सर।
Thank you, sir. Chairman, sir, we'll move on to the next speaker, Mr. Bharat Raj. Mr. Bharat Raj? Mr. Bharat Raj, you are unmuted.
Yeah, very good morning, Chairman sir, entire board of director. I am Bharat Raj calling from Hyderabad. First of all, happy to see you all safe, healthy and fine, sir. It's a wonderful chairman speech by our chairman, sir. Every information he given, sir. Sir, I am very happy that products are there in the market and it is been marketed and aggressively sales is going on, sir. Is nothing that by the Reliance, sir. I am very happy, sir. You're taking the BPL legacy all over India, sir. My best wishes to you, sir. Sir, in this financial, can we expect the revenues will increase, sir? Sir, when can we expect dividend payout for the shareholders? Please let me know, sir. Sir, our secretary department in time they send me the annual report. Madam G has sent me that Speaker link also she is accessible 365 days. Any queries are there. Thanks for the Secretary of Services, Chairman Ji. Chairman Ji, in this happy occasion, sir, my company.
Mr. Bharathraj, sir, we can't able to hear you.
We are not able to hear.
Yes, ma'am, we can't able to hear from Mr. Bharathraj. Shall we move on to the next speaker? Mr. Bharathraj? Mr. Bharathraj, you can able to hear us? Okay.
Looks like
He left for the meeting. I will invite the next speaker. The next registered speaker is Mr. J. Abhishek. Mr. J. Abhishek is not joined till now. So we'll move on to the next speaker, Mr. P. Gopal. Mr. P. Gopal also not available. And next available speaker is, I think Mr. Patmanavan also there. He is also not joined. A.V. Manisundaram also not joined. And we will move on to the next available speaker is Mr. Jayesh Kulkarni. Sir, you are unmuted. You can speak now.
Yeah, I just got this thing signal that I'm unmuted now. So thank you very much. And yeah, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Ajit, congratulations and the management team for the wonderful performance year on year that we are trying to do, get BPL on track, as I call it. I have a few queries here. One is about the consumer durables, wherein we say that Reliance will ramp up the sales and the marketing, which they are doing, obviously. But the pace at which Reliance grows and the expectation that they will have, will our production capacities be, will they be able to meet the demands? That's one. Or will we be outsourcing it at a given time? That's something on the consumer durables part. Are we looking for the OEM model also in this? Means because we said that the demand would be there, but specifically in consumer durables, would we be looking for an OEM model, or is it only exclusivity with Reliance that we can't sell it to any other OEM? Then coming on to the PCB business, yeah, we are using about 30-35% roughly capacities presently. This is what I understand. And how do you see the outlook of this with the rising of business from a double layer and multi-layer? This is the second part. Third is, yeah, on the power sector, when will it get operational? Because we've been talking about it for the last couple of years now. It's almost a year that I've been also trying to track down on that. We got the subsidy, yes, I understand, recently in March. But are we looking out for prospective partners, JV, or are we looking for an investment? Or because there are parties who I'm sure will be invested because we've got assets in place. Something like this would definitely work out. And I believe that are we shifting into solar, or is going to be the conventional powers? This is something which I need to understand. What is some clarity on that portion? Specifically, I would be on the investment front, and if at all, yes, what kind of investments are we looking for? Yeah, the PLI scheme, government boost is there, and it's working for everyone. How long does it take to get it from the government? And when will we start seeing it reflecting in our balance sheet in the P&L? So that is something, because normally 6 months, 1 year, 1.5 years, the processes are yeah, a bit lengthy at times. So that effect will, when will that start coming into it? Of course, for the shareholders' point of view, when can we start expecting a dividend in the next year, a couple of years? Some indication may be possible as to, or do we just allow it to go with the flow? That's another thing. And yeah, I've seen that the foreign investments, there's a boost somewhere around March and something wherein even the price will start moving up, but then suddenly it's withdrawn. And I've seen that I think last year's from 0.06%, if I'm not wrong on the numbers, it fell down to 0.01%. Of course, that's been diverted into the retail part of it. So that is something which creates unnecessary confusions. And yeah, for clarity's sake, if that is possible to answer, or I would like to get into too much detail in the market part of it. One last thing before this is investments have risen in our balance sheet. We've shown from 170 crores to 239 crores. So is it possible to let us know at least that in which category these investments have been made? That's it. And this is about it. I am a long-term investor and a well-wisher of BPL. I've been in the medical industry for a very long time. I'm an advisor on panels and all. That's a different thing. I stay in Mumbai and I'm closely following BPL, and I have good shares of BPL also. My family is there. So all the best for the whole team. And Mr. Ajit, I am confident that under your leadership, things are going to get into the positive side. I've been in corporate strategy, so I understand how things work. And all the best, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Kupani, sir. Chairman, sir, we don't have any other speaker.
Okay.
And I hope only 3 speakers are there, and Mr. Bharatraj also left the meeting. So we can proceed for the next agenda of the proceedings.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Chairman, sir.
Thank you. Okay, there was some clarity issue with the speaker, and last speaker couldn't hear everything what he said, but I will generally make some comments and some give my views on some of the speakers from Praful Chawda to Mr. Jayesh Kulkarni. At least I understood some part of Jayesh Kulkarni's queries, but some of it was not audible. So we've had some difficulty. What I propose is that the company secretary should get in touch with Jayesh, especially Jayesh, and with the other earlier speaker who got cut off, and get the query so we can answer by email or even by a call. We can do that separately. But let me just try and understand, try to put the views of Praful. He was asking something about government benefit. Is there anything we are getting out of the government sales, or is it regarding government subsidies? I was not too sure. But if it is about sales, yes, we do supply, we do manufacture and supply to the government. And usually the money comes back a little slower than the private companies, but it's quite obvious that we are doing our business in the right way, then we are able to recover our money. Government is a small portion of our business. Most of our business is with the private sector. If I understood the question, if that was the question, then this is the answer. And he talked about product availability and pictures of the product. I'm quite surprised that he was not able to view the products on the Reliance screen. But what we will do is send you a brochure of electronically. We can download all the products, the pictures. There are so many SKUs available, but we will try and put a package together, a little bit of a download from the site and send it to you, so you get to view electronically what all products are available, because it's a large number. It's over 300, 400 products available. So we'll kind of give you an overview of this. Coming to Mr. Jayesh's queries, will Reliance be able to meet the demand? That's a good question. There was immediately after COVID, there was a difficulty in sourcing semiconductor from the world market. Some of these products, even today are not freely available. It is all dependent on the semiconductor industry. So we have some difficulty in sourcing some of these products. When I say we, Reliance is also using its might to go to all corners of the world to source, including India. We have been able to finalize many OEMs and many companies that are willing to supply to Reliance Digital. As of this year, last year, we had some difficulty in even sourcing refrigerators and washing machines. There has been a shortage. Except for air conditioners, everything else was in short supply. I believe that this will improve over a period of time. By next year, it should get better, subject to the situation in Europe, the war situation and other things. There may be some difficulty, but I think that this will ease as we speak. Then regarding exclusivity, yes, this is an exclusive arrangement with Reliance. We are not allowed to sell to any other company. Reliance is able to, set right the footwork, the network, and the footprint in the country. They are able to sell it not only through their own channels, but they are selling it to the old BPL dealers and the people who had earlier experienced the brand. They are able to reach them. So the footprint is only growing. That is regarding the exclusivity part. And OEM, whether we are going to start supplying or manufacturing these products. As of now, the company has not decided to get into this consumer electronics, but as the numbers grow, there's a possibility that we can look at a few of the SKUs. Possibility is there, but we need the numbers to invest. As you are aware, the investment is very high for a factory. And in today's world, in today's electronics, it is more expensive than what it was 10 years ago. So we have to consider all these factors before we look at OEM manufacturing. But yes, I'm not ruling it out. There is a possibility that we should look at it once the numbers grow. And then the question which repeated twice, dividend when? As you can track the progress, as we improve our performance, I'm quite sure that in the future we will be able to pay a dividend as we go along. I have been putting a lot of emphasis to the management team that this is a very important aspect of revival and important point which we have to keep in mind, and we are quite aware that we have to work towards a dividend, and that I will ensure that in the next few years we will start paying dividends. So that's what I have with me, and I couldn't hear the other points. I'm sorry, Jayesh, but we will get in touch with you and talk about it. I will ask Venkat to talk about the investment. I think he had a question about investment, PCB investment. What if I was right? Can I request Venkat about that? Venkat, can you come on and explain a bit about what is our plan going forward in the PCB capex and investment?
Yes, MD. Good morning. Regarding the PCB investments, we have taken steps to get into the double side this year. We have already commenced the construction of a building. Many of the machines and equipments have already reached us. So by end of November, December, we would be in a position to start the double side production. And then, once we are going after this double side, it will be the multi-layer PCB production, which is next in line. So for this, additional machineries have already been identified, and overall outlay for the first few months into next year will be about 5 to 7 crores. This will be we'll be entering into the double side and multi-layer segments, which are essentially going up the value chain in terms of the electronic industry. Thereafter, we are looking at adding additional lines to enhance the capacity of double side and multi-layer, thereby taking our company to a different category and then ensuring that we address the high-end segments of the electronic industry. Thank you.
Thank you, Venkat. There were two other points which I missed out. I will raise. Kulkarni wanted to know about power project and time frame. Yes, as you are aware, uh, renewable energy is going to be the focus for this country going forward, and we are actively talking to various companies to see if they are interested in utilizing the land and the connectivity of Andhra, the Telangana land. And so we have spoken to a few and we are actively speaking to a few companies and to make sure that we get some kind of a benefit from the land which we hold and the investment we have made. So we will be reverting back to you on this as soon as we get some information, more information on this.
Chairman sir, sorry to interrupt you. Jay sir want to interact with you. 1 minute. Just connecting. Jay, you are unmuted.
Sure. I got it. No, thanks a lot, Shajit. I think quite a few points have been answered. But
Yes.
as regards renewable energy, that's interesting also because I've been interacting with Praj people recently.
Yes.
Yeah, and they are pioneers in this, as you must be knowing, because from ethanol to even bioplastic, biorefineries. This is something which is an area where, in fact, my group was also looking for investments. So
Yes.
you should look into distinct fuels and energy sources. That's something because we have a lot of land which is there, and the Andhra project which you mentioned. I think
Yes.
that is something which can definitely be looked into. So that's a point. I actually was looking for this here
Yes.
from you. This is what I got it on the dot. So nice of you. And
No, so Mr. Jayesh, what I can quickly give you a small brief. See, we have, like you said, the land is the most valuable asset in that company. Number two, we also have connectivity. When I say connectivity, I'm using the electronics, this thing that, the where you discharge, once you put up a plant, we have even the ready-made infrastructure built because we are neighbors of NTPC. We have units or we have the points of which we can connect and supply the electricity once we do it. So we are focusing only on renewable right now because the thermal projects seem to be a little bit, as you're aware, they're all in trouble and they're not doing so well.
Yeah.
So we are talking to renewable funds, we're talking to renewable strategic partners. And we have given the information and we're just hoping that, the state the state government gives the party who's interested the right incentives to put up the investment.
Yeah.
That's all which is required, and so there are some people actively looking at it. I would not be able to commit to you a time frame, but I think I can only mention one thing, that even Reliance has the information with them, so they could also be looking at it.
Exactly.
All of them are getting.
That was something which was also scanning through my mind. Actually, our group is also a large group wherein we are also into investment. We've got investment banking as well as merchant banking and NBFC also. So we also look into this. So I think that's a good bet. And with NTPC next door, it makes a lot of sense to get into this field. That's a
Yeah. So we are actively looking at it and actively taking part.
Sure, sir. So nice of you. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Chairman sir. We'll proceed further.
Okay. I think I've covered most of it except that there was one query where about a contract with Reliance. I think the first speaker mentioned something about that, and he said he doesn't seem to be very trusting of Reliance. So I understand that he was asking about our contract. So we have a 10-year agreement, and so far everything is being going well with the agreement and their commitment to building the brand and making sure that that BPL is in the front and well positioned, well priced. So everything is going as well, going well with the partnership. I don't expect any issues there. So thank you. I think with that, I think I've covered most of the points which is raised. I would now request the company secretary to brief the shareholders regarding procedure of e-voting and participation in this meeting.
Thank you, sir. The company has enabled the members to participate in this AGM through video conferencing facility arranged by NSDL. The proceedings of this meeting are being conducted live and are also being recorded for the compliance purposes. In accordance with the provisions of Companies Act 2013 and SEBI listing regulation, the members have been provided the facility to exercise their right to vote by electronic means, both through remote e-voting and e-voting at the AGM. Since the AGM is being held through video conferencing, as per the MCA circulars, physical attendance of the members have been dispensed with, and the facility for appointment of proxies by the members has not been made available. Remote e-voting facility was made available to all the members holding shares as on cutoff date during the period commenced on September 22, 2023 to September 26, 2023. Members who have joined the meeting through video conferencing and have not already cast their vote by remote e-voting may vote through e-voting facility provided on the AGM portal by the NSDL. The members who have cast their vote by remote e-voting prior to the AGM shall not be entitled to cast their vote again. The board of directors have appointed Mr. P. Sivarajan, practicing chartered accountant, as a scrutinizer for this meeting. Based on the report of the scrutinizer, the combined results of the remote e-voting and the e-voting done at the meeting today will be announced and displayed on the website of the company and will also be submitted to the stock exchanges. The register of directors and key managerial personnel and their shareholding and register of contracts or arrangements in which the directors are interested are available. These will remain accessible to the members for the inspection electronically if they so desire for. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I am satisfied with all the arrangements made by the company to enable members to participate and vote on the items being considered at the meeting. With this, we come to the end of today's proceedings. On behalf of the company, I take this opportunity to place on record our gratitude to all the shareholders for the continued support and strong commitment towards the company. I also take this opportunity to express our sincere thanks to our auditors, fellow members on the board, and employees for their continued support. Last but not the least, I would like to thank everybody involved in this meeting, IT team, NSDL, and all others involved in the seamless arrangements of this meeting and making today's program a success. Also, thanks to all the speakers today for your valuable inputs, and thanks for your kind comments. As mentioned earlier, the e-voting will continue to be available till 15 minutes after the meeting. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you very much.